Good morning, my friends. I'm Clover. This is Benny, and this is Genuinely Approachable Sudoku. And today we are solving. I'm not going to try to pronounce this one. I'm going to leave that for Philip if he wants to explain to you how to pronounce this reference that I am not picking up on. Let's go ahead and solve the puzzle. So this is a Thermo Sudoku. That means we have standard Sudoku rules, replacing the digits 1 through 9, once each in each row, each column, and each outline 3x3 region. And then there are also some thermometer shapes in the grid, and along each of these thermometers, the digits increase starting from the round circle end and going towards the tip. So along this one, we have a 7, 3 spots from the end, so that has to go 7, 8, 9. Now whatever this is has to be bigger than 5. It can't be 7, 8, or 9, so that is a 6. And then that is going to be a 7, 8, or 9. Okay. These we can pencil mark and then observe because they have to be in kind of increasing and they have to be lower than 5. There's a 3 there, so that becomes a 4. Now if we turn our attention to here, that's a 6, so that's a 3, 4, or 5, that's a 2, 3, or 4, and that's a 1, 2, or 3, but because there's a 3 and 4 in this column already, that's going to become a 5. One of these guys has to be a 1, and one of these has to be a 1, because 1 can't go anywhere along a thermometer other than at the very tip, or at the very bulb, and so if there's no thermometer bulb in these rows, then 1 can't go anywhere in these rows. So we know 1 is in one of those cells, we know 1 is in one of those cells, so it's blocked out of all these cells. So there's a 1 here. And that means that the only place for 1 in column 2 is in one of these 2 cells, but there's a 1 there already, so 1 goes there. There has to be a 1 in one of those, and that means that 1 is actually blocked out of all of these cells, so 1's going to go there. That's going to give us a 1 here, and a 1 here. So we have a lot of our 1s now throughout the grid. This is going to have to be 3, 4, or 5, 4, 5, or 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, based on the number of degrees of freedom we have. And this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a 4 in the region already, so we can delete 4 from the possibilities for all of these. And there's a 7 right here, so that's not a 7. And there's a 3 in the center, which makes that a 5. That makes that a 6. That's not going to be a 5 because there is a 5 in the row. Now, these guys have to be bigger than 4. They can't be 5, 6, or 8, so they are 7 and 9. So these guys are from 1, 2, and 3. There's a 2 in this row, so that's a 3, 1, and 2. Okay. Where to now? That's going to be 7 or 8 and 8 or 9. So we have an 8, 9 pair in column 2. That's going to make this a 7. And now these have to be 2 and 4 in some order. We have a 7 here, so that rules 7 out of these cells. So we actually have to put a 7 in one of those cells. That makes them a 1, 7 pair. So the remaining digits here are going to be 2, 3, 6, and 8. We know that the 6 and 8 are the 2 biggest digits, so that's 6 and 8. This is either 2 or 3, meaning this digit is smaller than it. So it goes 2 and 3, like that. Now these have to be 4, 5, and 9 to finish off the row. This can't be a 9. There's a 2 in this region now, so that's a 4 with a 2 right there. Now where are we going to put 2 in this region? We can't put it in these cells. We also can't put it in these cells because they are too far along the thermometers. And we can't put it here because that would put a 1 at the beginning of this thermometer. So the 2 goes right there. That also places a 2 here. So to finish that column, those are 3, 4, and 5. These guys are going to be 7, 8, and 2. We can't have 2 in those 2 cells, so that's going to be a 2. And because that's 7 or 8, this is going to be 8 or 9. There's an 8 there because there's now a 7 in the column. That can't be a 4 because there is a 4 in the region, and there's also a 4 there. These are going to be 3, 5, or 6. That can't be 6 or 5 because it has to be smaller than 4. So that's a 3. That can't be a 9. This is 3, 7, or 9. We have 3, 5, 6 triple here. So these digits have to be 2 and 8 to finish off their row. This can't be 8 or 9, so that's a 7, which creates this, making this pair of digits 1 and 6, just like that. Now these are going to be 6, 7, and 8. That can't be a 6 because there's a 6 in the column, so now this is going to become our 6. The 7 in column 8 resolves this 7, 9. And that becomes a 9. To finish off this column, we need an 8. This can't be a 3 because there's now a 3 in the column. That can't be 5 or 9. That can't be a 3. These two cells are going to contain 4 and 5, like that. These guys are going to contain 1 and 9, like that. And these have to have 1, 3, 7, and 9. That can't be a 1. That can be a 3 or a 9, so that becomes a 7 because there's a 3 in its row. And then the rest should be classic Sudoku. I think that finishes it up. And that's how you solve Philip Newman's lovely Thermo puzzle for today. If you want to solve that one yourself, there is a link to it in the description of this video. And I'll see you again in 3 days.